Fantastic week. And we're underway with Australia winning the tap. Australia, second best shooter in the tournament at 48.2%. And they start off with the ball. Here's the floater. That's off the mark. And Eric Dampier Jr. secures a loose ball. And it's been 12 years since these two teams went toe-to-toe against each other. That was in the gold medal game in which USA won it all. Here's the pull-up from Black. And he can't get that one to fall. Luke Paul gets the rebound. He snags 6 of those a game. Here's a spin move underneath. Antonio Browne can't get that one. Beckham Black, #1 in the MVP ladder. Jordan Page, the class of 2027, says it up to Bunche, who starts things off from downtown. Bunche, the St. Petersburg native, gets USA on the board. Big welcome to Lance Quilling, who's tuning in from the Philippines, in which I understand it's now 11 o'clock at night over there, and Australia turns it over. C.J. Rosser, class of 2027 from North Carolina. And we just saw Matt 443 that said Carolina on my mind. And here's the teardrop. That falls short off the front of the iron. And back comes Luke Paul, who is #5 in the MVP ladder as he dumps it down to Will Hamilton. Hamilton was part of the All-Star 5 team in last year's U-17 Asia Cup. Gets the first bucket for his stat line. Dampier Jr. fighting through everybody, and the basket won't go on the travel. And we have the score and the clock all fixed up for you. That's the current score. USA ahead 3-2. Here is Paul. There's a lot of things that he has done for Team Australia in the last couple of years. We'll go through that hopefully by the end of this broadcast. Here's the lead pass to Hamilton. Goes for the corner pocket 3. And the rebound's pulled up by Dampier Jr. Here's a splitting drive from Beckham Black. And he can't get that one to go to the bottom of the hatch. Bassaron gets his rebound. Nice screen from him. And he gets it back. And that shot's off the mark. Slow start for Team USA. They're normally known to get things going right away. Here is Jordan Page, and his shot's no good. Rough start between these two teams, as we're close to the 7-minute mark. An offensive foul from Australia brings the ball back to the United States. Again, happy Independence Day or 4th of July for those of you tuning in from America. We understand that there are some of you that are unable to get this broadcast due to broadcast commitments. But if you're tuning in from the States or Australia, let us know, and we'll give you a shout out throughout the game. Bunche having difficulty as he flings one up over Ariang right in his face. So it's Joaquin Bunche 6, Australia 2. Down low. Oh, Ariang almost got, and 67% at the stripe. He is good as gold on both. Ariang makes it 6-4. Frey tuning in from the home of the Wildcats, Perth, Australia. Here's the pull-up from Rosser. No. It's back tap over to Rosser. He'll try again, and he gets it. Folks, remember, if you don't succeed at first, try again, and that's exactly what C.J. Rosser did. Was at the top of the key, knew that ball was going to go back to him, and he got to the left side, and he popped it. Nice lead pass underneath. Is rejected. C.J. Rosser with a point and the block. Fake from Black. Rosser can't fill it up again. He follows through on his own rebound, turns around, fires, doesn't score either. It's over to Browne. Browne from New South Wales. As he feeds it to Luke Paul, the Western Australia native. In and out dribble from him. He's looking for the pass, taken back by Black. And Boomche looking for 9 points, doesn't get it. Lasseron, his second board today. Ariang dumps it underneath, and it's swatted again by Rosser. Make that 2 blocks for him. The chips, the dip, and the block party for Rosser as that goes down low underneath for Jordan Page. Turn the page, and you will see different results. Jordan getting his first field goal. Antonio Browne wasting no time as he picks up the loose ball, sends it down to Hamilton. Splish, splash, catch. Great recovery from Australia. Black stops on the dime a little bit and has that swatted away. Antonio Browne on a tear, and the tomahawk jam, this time from Luke Paul. One of the leading candidates for MVP, and it's blocked by Paul, but it looks like it's a big shout out to Frey, who's enjoyed our commentary in the last week. Glad you're joining us in this semifinal game. Both of these teams last met 12 years ago for the gold medal in U-17 competition. Navarro Bowman Jr. looking to fill it up for the first time, and he can't get it. Ariang on the rebound. There he goes again. Jets are on as he flings one up, and it will stay with Australia with 4:06 to go. Aiden Jackson tuning in from Pearl, Mississippi. Jay Anthony tuning in, another native of the Wildcats of the NBL, tuning in from Perth. And here is Tom Dammers, who has checked in for the first time. Browne having trouble, met by 2 Americans. Here's the pull-up tray. It goes. And Australia doing something which is a rarity in this year's U-17 Basketball World Cup. Take the lead over USA. And responding right away is A.J. Williams from Stockbridge, Georgia, as he gets the deuce to cut it within 1. Dammers from Victoria, one of the many that played in the U-16 Asia Cup. Alex Mabbitt also into the lineup from Victoria. And the dump down low is good for Josh McCann. And Australia, the Crocs are rocking at the moment. Now, there were 85% of you that use the game predictor app to predict that USA will win this semifinal matchup. More on the game predictor app in just a moment. In the meantime, Rosser starts the second quarter on a missed triple. See Luke Paul taking his time as he feeds it to Aquar. Polished ball movement from Australia. As they approach the late stages of the shot clock, and is immediately taken away by Rosser. Wide open look, Boomche. He's on the floor with Page, Black, Rosser, and Dampier. Black unable to fill it up. His third chance coming up, thanks to Eric Dampier Jr., who sends it to Rosser. And out of all 3 of those attempts, USA could not cash in. Browne, and he was wrapped up by Black. 85% of you said USA would win it, and it's because you used the game predictor in which you could guess the winner of this game and predict the margin of victory to earn points, climb the leaderboard, and have a chance to win an official FIBA U-17 World Cup game ball and Nike gift cards. But remember, you have to make these predictions 5 minutes before tip-off. Here's the drive from Luke Paul as he tries to circle into the lane and goes out of bounds because of it. Again, good Sunday morning to those of you tuning in from Australia. And for those of you tuning into the USA, a happy 4th of July to you. Here's the drive from Black, who feeds it onto the corner, and it's off the mark. Aquar gets another rebound. Underneath, the jam job doesn't go. Now he's hanging onto it for safety. But nevertheless, it's going to be USA ball. No field goals yet in the second. Boomche on the floater alert. No dice. Akuar called for a double dribble. And USA quick on their feet to call that out. We have a native of Fayetteville, North Carolina tuning in. We can't wait to see Boomche become a Duke Blue Devil. Maybe that's indicated by the blue shoes that he's wearing. Foul on the floor. Nogan Browne's tuning in from Townsville. We have a native of North Queensland tuning in too. And here's the dump pass underneath to Rosser, who had the real estate to flush it home. Close to 7,500 of you tuning in to this semifinal matchup live, the first of two. Oh! Akuar flying in style. It reminds me of that song from a play that I forgot. Anything you could do, I could do better. And Akuar just continues to amaze. Rosser on the pull-up. Air ball by Boomche as he saves it. And it goes down low to Page. No whistle, 4 on the shot clock. Boomche has to hurry up. And good defense from Australia. Better defense from USA as they're trying to put the clamps down. And it's a foul on Beckham Black. It's Black and Hamilton on the other side. And the officials get in between both of them, telling them to cool their jets a little bit. Welcome aboard to Willie Gaskins tuning in from Raleigh, North Carolina. And we have Isaac Wells tuning into the home of the Cats of the AFL, Geelong. And we see a technical foul. Again, we're seeing a handful of rarities from Team USA. We saw them trail in the first quarter, and now we're seeing them get a technical foul. This time, it's Beckham Black. Not only he got the personal foul on Hamilton, but he got the technical too. Not a good sign for USA with Luke Paul heading to the line and drilling the tee. He shoots above 80% of the foul line, got his tournament high of 21 points. While defeating Canada 186 yesterday. That was in the quarterfinals. Both teams undefeated in group play. USA 3-0 in Group A. Australia in Group D 3-0. Here's Antonio Browne, scoops it up. And it goes high off the glass. Here's the lead pass to Jordan Page, who fills it up. Down low, floater, no. Boomche secures the board. Jordan Page, blocked by Ariang. .620 remaining until halftime. USA up by 3. Australia definitely keeping it close, considering they have not played against the United States since the 2014 gold medal game in which they lost. Paul with 3, gets close with 2, dumps it down with 1 to Bosseron. Yes. Yaya says, yeah, I got that. The difference is now 1. Dampier can't connect, but Boomche does. Joaquin Boomche on pace for another stellar game after picking up his tournament high of 31. Ariang was looking for Hamilton. The ball side out. Andrew Mansfield tuning in from Hobart, home of the Jack Jumpers in NBL 2. I certainly hope we see a handful of these players in the NBL very soon. Pass nearly deflected by Bowman Jr. Australia will have 9 seconds to shoot. Winner of this will play for gold. The loser will go for bronze. 1 on the shot clock. Huge rejection from Montgomery as USA continues to add more to the block party. the chips, the dip. Bring the cookies. I know Emily from Kingsville enjoys that. The cookies to this block party for the United States of America. Bowman Jr. fills it up again. So it was Bowman who spotted up from the left elbow prior to the timeout. And he reversed this in a little bit to give him 6. USA out of fouls to give. Here is Dammers on the finger roll. Looks good. He's had plenty of looks to the basket. He did not score until now. Still a double-digit lead with 1:38 remaining. Drive-in layup. Good for Bowman Jr. He's on a tear with a total of 8. Browne from New South Wales with the rock. And 3 passes later, it goes down to Mabbitt from Victoria. Browne streaks through the lane and finds Dammers open. Too strong, and a second chance shot for Australia. Shot clock reads 6. Mabbitt, I wonder if they heard about the Vancouver Bandits of the CEBL. Mason Collins on the move, taking on Byrne, who is checked into the lineup and gets the baby hook to go. Final 40 seconds here in the first half. USA ahead by 12. They had some trouble near the end of the first, but they bounce back as they look to continue their historic run. Great recovery from Bunche. Andrea Posada tuning in from the UK, and we thank you for joining us. We have somebody tuning in from Chi-Town, Chicago. Underneath the bucket, A.J. Williams can't get that one to drop, but it's Bunche that saves the day. Again, Bunche having another great game. I believe he had 13 points at the end of the first half against Puerto Rico yesterday. Catch and shoot at the horn, no good. 49-30-14 in the second quarter. And there was a time where they were down by 3, but that was late in the first quarter. John Ariang with 5 points and 2 boards. He was fouled at the 3-point line, but did not capitalize on those triple free throws. So we'll see if Australia will stick to their game plan instead of meeting the speed of Team USA, which is why they are in a 14-point hole right now. 6 remains on the shot clock. Hamilton locates Antonio Browne, who can't swishes it in. Bassaron underneath, blocked again, this time by Russell. Bassaron and company will have 11 seconds on the 24. Browne gets it to Paul. A quiet game for him, and this numbers for USA. Bunche slams it down. There's that transition game that Team USA is famous for. It's that speed that Australia has been trying to catch up with since the start of the second. Paul to Bassaron. Nice fake underneath, tough take. And again, let us know where you're tuning in from on the FIBA live chat. Here on FIBA YouTube, dump down pass underneath. C.J. Rosser fills it up. He went baseline right and exploded to the rack. 16-point lead taken away. Bunche, he is cleared for takeoff. Shazam! And USA, which has exclusive content, which you can watch before anybody else. So be part of the growing community today. Luke Paul and the Crocs. Stuck 18. Browne asking for the ball, and Bassaron having trouble getting that pass down, and it's going to lead into a turnover. The defense, too much for USA. clean look for Australia. Having extreme difficulty getting a bucket. Browne double pumps one and can't get it down. And underneath, this time Luke Paul scores. So that breaks the scoring spell for the Crocs. Rosser blocked by Bassaron. And he is the guy that Greg Vanderjack is looking to start something on the fast break side for Australia. Hamilton's three doesn't go. Browne with the rock again. Nice screen from Dampier Jr. A strong one, and it leads to a stronger finish from Dampier Jr. He played trailer since setting that pick. No PAR action. He just flashed right to the rack. Paul can't respond. Dampier Jr. not only a bucket, but he got a board too. Rosser getting away from Hamilton and scores. America now with their largest lead in the game. They're looking to continue what has been an historic run in U-17 play for the States. They pick up a foul. And look at Hamilton. He is smothered like gravy on Thanksgiving turkey by C.J. Rosser. His hand got caught in the cookie jar. John Ariang will take a breather. Under 7 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Dammers back to Bassaron. And Dampier Jr. got a piece of it. Browne, the future Blue Devil. He gets it down over Aqua. Browne with the boom. And if that's exactly what Duke is getting next season, they're behind 81-45 to begin the fourth quarter. Aaron Sanders on the call on the FIBA YouTube channel. And we appreciate you tuning in, whether if it's early on a Sunday morning for those of you tuning in from Australia, or for those of you celebrating the 4th of July in the States. Pull-up three is off the mark. And back comes Browne, who has another double-double to his resume. He is joined by Black, Daughtry, Rosser, and Dampier. The lob underneath. Dampier Jr. is added to the jam party. Nice lob underneath, too. Tuned in to the future of international basketball on the FIBA YouTube channel, where over 6,000 of you are tuning in live. Coming up next, John Gross will have the commentary. The game between Turkey and Serbia. Turkey, another outstanding run in U-17 play as they shocked France yesterday after being behind and putting up a 13-0 run at the end of the game to bounce back. Browne, corner pocket. When you think about it, Turkey has had back-to-back incredible runs in U-17 play. Loose ball on the floor is recovered, and a big tangle up. So Turkey, along with USA and Australia and Serbia, are looking for a spot in the podium. Shot underneath after picking up a tournament high of 21. Black skies in for the layup. The USA close to 90. They're coming off an historic ball game in which they scored the most points in U-17 history at 149. Browne swats it out of the air. And he's chugging right along, grazes down the lane and draws. With 8 minutes to go, they have limited Australia below the 50-point mark. But Luke Paul's trying to defy all that. Is not going to work in his favor. Beckham Black continuing to amaze with a jam. And Black now with his 7th point. USA has scored 62 of their 93 points inside. Nice fake out option, and Dampier Jr. flushes it with 2 hands. Great ball rotation again from the States, and one of the hardest places to pass it over. But in the meantime, Yaya Basara adds 2 more for Australia. Picks up 6, averages close to 9. Coming off of a double-double performance as C.J. Russell jams it. And Australia has 51 points. That's the least they have scored this year. They ended up with 75 points against Venezuela. With 6 on the shot clock, Browne stepped on the line. Looking ahead in the Turkey and Serbia game, that's going to be a good one. Omir Kutlay, along with Omir Sheikh. They have been an intimidating force for Turkey, along with Darius Gavritazu. So you've got to look out for those 3 players when it comes to the next semifinal game. And that's coming up in about 40 minutes. Here's the pull-up, and Browne unable to hit it. Bunche snags up another block. Bunche using force in the Euro step. It does not work in his favor. USA over the foul limit. Australia, they have 2 to give. Yeah, here's the story. It was a very close first quarter to a point where Australia gave USA their first deficit in this tournament. But USA bounced back and had a strong third quarter where they put up more than 30. And the 3-pointers continue to